last but not least, I want to talk about Bleach. Speaking of Bleach a little bit earlier, I wanted to talk about why Bleach is my favorite anime and why I told you it went downhill after Soul Society arc, but you should still watch it anyway because the Wako Mundo arc is actually really fun. And
I don't even think I'm gonna finish the Soul Society arc. Now that you told me it goes on, just like my entire desire to finish Bleach.
Whoa, there's no reason
downhill after that.
Yeah, that's why I want to have this discussion because I knew for a fact that after I said that, I feel like he's not going to watch it. And I was like, you should watch it and judge it for yourself. Because just because I say this doesn't mean it's necessarily you're going to feel the same way. But essentially, well, let me just put it like this. The Wako Mundo arc is good. It's just not as good as the Soul Society arc. I made it seem like because the Soul Society arc is the best part of the show, that everything after it is bad. That's not true at all. The Wako Mundo arc but essentially,
you made it seem very much so like that.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, the Wako Mundo arc, and like I said, please don't take this as it's bad, but the Wako Mundo arc is pretty much, in terms of structure, the exact same as the Soul Society arc, but with different, well, not completely different characters, but how, like, you say you didn't finish Soul Society arc. Where did you leave off?
I stopped right when, sorry, I'm still.
Oh, yeah, you said you left off around the end after the stuff with Aizen, right? Or like as soon as.
Right when the Aizen stuff was like right starting up, like the other Shinigami, I think that's what they're called, right? Started figuring out that Aizen was actually a bad guy, and the guy with the ice, I forget what his name is, but the guy with the ice, I think he started to fight Aizen. I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah, that's around the end of the Soul Society arc. So definitely finish the Soul Society arc because it's fantastic. But yeah, you should watch the. I'm trying to remember because there's definitely a gap in between the Wako Mundo arc and the Soul Society arc where Ichigo is training some more with something that I won't spoil because it's a really like additional power he eventually gets, and you should definitely
as anime protagonists too.
Like definitely watch it. Like it's a good show. I don't want to make it seem like it's a good show because at the end of the day, it is literally my favorite anime. Now, what I will say is. The Fullbringer arc, which is the arc after the Arankar arc.
So you're just naming these characters and things, and I want you to know I'm not following in the slightest.
I'm just naming arcs. So
okay.
So if I'm naming arcs, the Soul Society arc would be the second arc, and the Wako Mundo arc would be the third one. Arankar arc is the fourth arc, and Fullbringer arc is the fifth arc. The second to last arc, because the last arc is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which is finally being animated, the final season of Bleach, or it's probably going to be like Attack on Titan split into two, if not just be two individual seasons. But the Fullbringer arc is the one that most people dislike. If you were to just straight up skip it, you would literally not miss out on any information.
Which one has Final Gugetsu Tensho or whatever it's called?
That's the end of the Arankar arc.
Okay. Because I did see that clip on YouTube, and that was cool. And I want to see that.
That part is cool. But yeah, it's a good show. I advise you to finish it. If you'll definitely continue to enjoy it, and you might even have a different opinion from me. My opinion is so Soul Society arc is the best arc. Wako Mundo arc is maybe the second best. Then Arankar, then 1,000-Year Blood War. I need to figure out how the first arc fits in because it's really the introduction is a bit regular to me because it's kind of just setting up the Soul Society arc for me for the most part. So it's okay. It does its job pretty well, but it's just it probably would be better than the Fullbringer arc, but not better than the other ones. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage you and anybody else who watched this and probably decided not to watch Bleach because I said that. It is my favorite anime. It's literally my favorite anime. It just has one really bad arc. And the last arc it's actually really good at the beginning, but it falls apart at the end. But that happens with surprisingly a good amount of like shonen. They kind of fall apart at the end. You finished Naruto,
I'll say I will say this. I like almost all of Naruto. I like up until
Naruto, you have a
dies.
Example. Because
I didn't hear any of that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk over you. I was just
No, it's good. I just literally heard nothing.
yeah, but because you watch Naruto, I feel like that's a good comparison. Like essentially the way Bleach goes is very similar to the way Naruto goes. It's really good at the beginning. There's some really good parts in the middle. At the end, the ending starts really good, but then it kind of tapers off. That's essentially they have a really similar structure in that sense.
It's so weird because I feel like the fourth Great Ninja War, this is gonna sound weird because the fourth Great Ninja War lasted like a week. It lasted too long on screen where it was like an entire like I don't want to say it was like over 100 episodes, but it really did feel like it was over 100 episodes.
It did last a while.
And it had no reason to last that long.
For me, I think it started to last too long. Spoiler alert. It started to last too long after essentially as soon as they bring in Kaguya and stuff. I was just like, after the Infinite Suki, I can't even pronounce it. Tsukinomi. After the Infinite Tsukinomi started, I feel like that's when we should have been really close to it ending.
And instead, they extended it for like 30 plus episodes fighting Kaguya.
I don't remember the order of things. So, did the Infinite Tsukinomi happen after or before Kaguya came?
It happened right before, and then Sasuke shielded Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi, and Obito from. He's like, "Oh, block with the Susanoo wings." And then Madara is like, "Ha ha ha! I won. You guys have no chance." And then Black Zetsu kills him and turns him into Kaguya, and then turns into
the whole Kaguya storyline is ridiculous. Why space ninjas? It's a case of like how I started talking about with Star Wars, how they never need to truly explain the origin of the Force because it's just unnecessary. It's like religion and God. You don't need to know how God came to be. You just believe in God. Like that's how the Force should be. Like the way chakra came about doesn't need to be explained. That's never something that needed to be explained. Like people who believe in spirits in real life, chakra could just be just like that. It's just something that is. It doesn't need to be explained. It's just something that exists. It's like sometimes
I'm not gonna lie. The whole
explain things for no reason. Like her as a character could have.
She's okay.
She could have worked if she wasn't a space ninja.
She's not a terrible character, but she's not like.
I also don't want to go too long on this because
my bad.
We have to talk about Loki and a few video game stuff.